Yo guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's all good. Right, I don't know why it's like this. I hope everyone's all good. Let me know how you guys are. Fuck it, I might put it this side. That's better. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, how are you lot doing? Got a lot of content to go through. This one, this one's a bit mad. Actually, this works out better. Yeah, this got a lot of content to go through. Just to let everybody know that I am live on a couple of platforms. There should be, hold on, I should be live on Twitch. Just bear with me. I think I am live on Twitch because YouTube, there was a slight delay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto my YouTube account, see if I got a notification, because I should have a notification as to when I've gone live or stuff like that. Otherwise, last time I was speaking for like half an hour. Was it? No, not half an hour. Sorry, like 5-6 minutes, something like that. I know it's a bit less than half an hour, but all of a sudden, I there was no notifications, and then I looked over and I hear my phone go zzz. I'm like, what the flip? What's going on here? I looked over my phone. It said off the campus boxing is going live. I said, what the flip? I've been live for about like 5-6 minutes now. But yeah, big up every single person. I mean, said yeah. How you doing, bruv? It's mad. It's not been the best. Yo, this week has been apps. Listen, right off, yeah, right off. Also, guys, if you see me drinking a lot, I've got a bit of a sore throat, so please bear with me. And yeah, link up on with Heavy Lights, 100%, bro. Let me know, shout me, let me know. We're definitely going to do something, 100%, because yo, this week, yeah, yo, let me just explain my week to you lot, yeah. So we've got a bit of an understanding to where I'm coming from and how things are. Also, am I fully in sync? Like, I'm seeing my stream, but it's moving a bit mad. Anyway, boom, let's get cracking. I started the week off last weekend. What was it? The whole week I was looking forward to AJ Fury. Looking forward to it. Look, AJ Fury, AJ Usyk. I was like, yo, AJ Usyk, listen, I've got a trim. Yo, like, it's growing up a bit, but you get the gist in it, yeah. I was doing the most. I was looking forward to it, yeah. Fight day comes. I'm like, yo, I've developed a bit of a cough. I noticed that over like the day before, right? Day before, noticed a bit of a cough. Cool, no problem. Yeah, but it got worse than that day. I was like, oh, blood. You're finna tell me, yeah, I've been waiting months, yeah, for at least a good fight, yeah, months. Yeah, the last half decent fight was Canelo Billy Joe Saunders, but maybe Povetkin versus Dillian, but like for the most part, we haven't had a good fight this year. At least a half decent fight, at least two potentially A-side competitors. So I'm sitting there, right? Cool. Potentially COVID, fam. Now, yo, if you saw how much the tickets were, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, shoot me down if you must. I was going regardless. Yeah, I don't care if listen. If you had to get a ventilator on me, less of that. We're going to the fight regardless. Boom. Yeah. On my way there, bump into I think a Nigerian guy, one of the nicest guys you can meet, right? Bump into him. We were chopping it up, right? He was looking for directions to the EP.5 with both boxing fans. You know how this thing goes, yeah. So he was telling me, raw, like, Usyk, I'm a bit worried. I said, flip him, run your worries, bro. Big man thing. Let your balls hang. AJ's going to win. Let this, come on, bro. Like, what is this? What is this apprehensiveness? What's going on here? Yeah. But I see everyone like, oh, right, from Usyk, Usyk, like, you know, Usyk, it caused a bit of a problem. Like, come on, bro. Like, allow it, man. Usyk's not gonna cause. Like, you saw against Chisora with a spoon. Great. Everything else beforehand, I give him 100% credit. Great. Everything else beforehand, I give him the credit of the world. But that doesn't mean a single thing when you're in the heavyweight division. This is like the Premier League. If you've done bits outside the Premier League, we're talking you've won league titles in Spain, Germany, France, bloody whatever, right? That's all well and good. Fantastic. If you can't do it in the Premier League, that puts a big salt on your record. Okay, really does a big salt on your. So it's all good, all well and good doing it in the cruiserweight division where some would argue it's stacked, some would argue it's not stacked. It's debatable whether it's stacked or not. You know, you got good fighters like Wacky, Gassiev, Bradis. You know, the people that he beat were quite good people. Okay, I'm not mad at that. If he stayed there a little bit longer, he probably would have faced Coley and people like that. So, you know, it's not the worst division, but it's not the best division. You know, it's not as stacked as some of the other ones, should we say. So I was coming in with a level of confidence, bro. This is Anthony AJ Joshua, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. He's got 4 of the belts, unified heavyweight champion of the world. This guy's not he's not paper champion. He's the unified heavyweight champion of the world. Like, crazy. Absolute crazy. Go to the event. All I'm seeing is flipping. Everyone's gassed, yeah. AJ fans, we're all pumped. Campbell Hatton. Oh, and you know what? We'll talk about on the card and all of them things come afterwards there, but you know, it's good atmosphere after the AJ part. Okay. Now we go to the AJ ring book. Okay. Now at that time, it's all a vibe. Yeah, it's all a vibe, but could be better. Like, as in, it was a good vibe, but was it the necessary vibe that I needed? I was gassed, but I didn't really. I needed to get that come on attitude. I didn't get that come on attitude. I got the, yo, this is a fight, bro. This is lit. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about this straight off. Yeah, straight off the back. Before we get into it, all right? Actually, you know what? First things first. Please like the video and click the subscribe button. It helps out a lot. I can't actually see, believe it or not, how many likes this video has. So if the video's got a couple of likes here, please do click the like button. It helps out a lot. Boom. We'll talk about, first and foremost, actually, you know what? Let's give it Usyk flowers. Let's give Usyk his flowers. This gentleman, for those of you guys who are unaware, he's had almost over 300 fights as an amateur. Olympic gold medalist in 2016. 2016 or was it 2012? I think it was 2012. Yeah, 2012 Olympic gold medalist. He's undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. Okay, very few people have done that. Last undisputed cruiserweight champion, I think it was either David Hay or Evander Holyfield. One of those two. You guys get it, just, yeah. Team AJ, you done that. Okay, unified heavyweight champion of the world. He's done a hell of a lot. A great record, a huge record, one of the best cruiserweights of all time. Coming up and fighting the unified heavyweight champion of the world in Anthony Joshua, a guy who is a few inches taller, got longer reach than him, bigger power, in his home ground, 60,000 seater stadium. After you've done a whole away trip to Latvia, Germany, all these countries. Is it Germany? I could be, yeah, Germany, Russia, I believe. You went to the US, to my understanding, a couple of places, London to get the Olympic, places like that, and you won away. Now it's your turn to come in on, outside your comfort zone. Well, so-called comfort zone. Where is a comfort zone for Alexander Usyk? You lot, let me know if you guys can let me know. And has beaten the unified heavyweight champion of the world. And not just beat him, schooled him. I'm talking about you just schooled the heavyweight champion of the world. This guy is the #1 ranked heavyweight in the world, in my opinion, over Tyson Fury. And if you're going to say #2, it's still big. So he must get all his flowers, and he outboxed him. That's hard to say. That is hard to say. Because I was in denial for almost a week. I was like, yeah, but you know, box very good heavyweight, and brother, you outboxed him. Now, did he outbox the best AJ that we could have had? Potentially not. But nevertheless, he still done his part, still done the job. You know, it's like coming into a football pitch. You're on your A game. You're on 100%. You're ready to go. The team that you're supposed to face are supposed to be great, but they don't turn out on the day, and you just run them over. Yeah. It's still your brilliance that run them over, but at the same time, you also have to give credit, or you also have to acknowledge that they are parts of the opponent that do affect you. If your opponent doesn't put in 100% and you are a guy who puts in 100% and you see those flaws, some people drop their level and drop their intensities. Others, they go even harder. And AJ went even harder. Oh, not AJ, Usyk went even harder. So massive credit to Alexander Usyk, because the last time you've got to get this credit is now in this video, because the rest of the time it's going to be AJ focused. This is an AJ. Well, I'm an AJ fan. Okay, for those of you guys who are unaware, I'm an AJ fan. So in this circumstance, AJ is my guy. Okay, and I care about Anthony Joshua being a heavyweight champion of the world again. Some people could care less. Yeah. For me, the only way I really couldn't care less is if I knew that everybody's going to fight each other, and where AJ, if he rises up again, like if he beats a couple of good names, he'll get back into the mix, and all of a sudden it'll be competitive. Okay, it ain't gonna happen like that. It ain't gonna happen like that. Nobody's gonna fight anybody, and they're just gonna fight absolute bums, but have the world championships hostage. So this is why I'm constantly apprehensive about AJ particularly losing his world title. Now, if this is another fighter in another division, let me give an example. Another world title holder is Okoli. I know that Okoli will do everything in his power to face like another champion if he didn't even have a belt. Another world champion is somebody like a Bivol. I know Bivol will put himself in positions where he's challenging himself against the best. So I know that the likes of a Boatsi and all of these, but even if they become world champion or not, they will challenge themselves against Okoli. Or not Okoli, sorry, against Bivol. Heavyweight division isn't that case. It's not. And this is where things get a bit techy. Let me just read you our stat before we go head over back to the comment. Oh, we're talking about that. We are talking about that, bro. Oh my god. Shout out you, man. Like, bruv, we are chatting about that because, yeah, that is one of the banners. Yeah. When I mean banners, we're talking about that very soon. Yeah, we're gonna start off with this before we get onto that, because we've got to do it in stages, the way there. Yeah. Because the thing is, when it comes to stuff like, we'll talk about it in a bit. Okay, just give us a couple of minutes. Now, for me, we'll get straight onto it. Pre-fight nonsense. Okay. Now, this is where I have with some things, I have a little bit of a leniency. In other things, I'm a little bit more stricter. And let me tell you what I mean. When it comes to things like taking selfies a couple of days beforehand, am I for that? I'm only for that if it's not going to affect your performance. And I have 100% certainty that ain't going to affect your performance. Manny Pacquiao, for the prime example. Manny Pacquiao would sit there and he like bust jokes in press conferences, in face to face. He'll break first. He'll start laughing. When he goes through those ropes, there ain't a laughing matter. When he goes through those ropes, he does his game. So if it's certain people, and also like Vladimir Klitschko and a couple of other people, particularly the Eastern European fighters, Usyk as well. When it comes to stuff like that, it don't really affect them. It don't really affect them. They can sit down and watch a bloody live at the Apollo 1 minute, yeah. And if someone says to them, by the way, you're fighting in a couple of hours, they say, yeah, say no more, bro. Finish watching Apollo, creasing all over the place. When they put it on their clothes in the change room, switch automatically, focus on the task at hand. There's some people like that. I don't think AJ is like that. Now, this is why I think in circumstances like AJ's circumstance, I don't think it's the best approach, because we've got evidence to say that during the Ruiz fight, in the press conference, when you're letting him hold your belt and you're nice to your opponent, they would that your idea of hurting them is not really like as lethal as hopefully it should be. Okay, cool. That press conferences, AJ don't want to be there, so I'm not looking into it. Yeah, some people say, yeah, like press conferences, he didn't look switch on. Big man thing. AJ said it on IFL TV. Check it out for yourself before the fight. I don't like doing interviews. Big man, he just said it straight. I don't like doing interviews. So the fact that he's on the press conferences and they're asking him stupid questions, yeah, like, oh, what did this fight mean to you? Red, bruv, we're asking dumb questions, yeah. I wouldn't like it either. Right? Cool. Go to the ring walk. AJ is coming up, yeah. Now this one's key, yeah. All of the other stuff, I'm like, yeah, potentially not, but I'm not too mad at it. This one ain't the best place. When you're in the in the changing room, yeah. And I heard this on good authority. Okay, for those of you guys don't believe me, check out. I think Spencer Fearon said it, and when certain people say stuff, like, I kind of believe it automatically. I don't need to question them because they don't have no real reason to lie, particularly if they're an older generation person, right? They don't often lie crazy. Usually the young bucks, older generation, they don't care about if you like them or not, so don't matter, yeah? That I heard a good authority that AJ was watching, to be fair, even during the week, yeah? During the week, on the Wednesday, he was sparring. Why are you sparring on the week? Why are you sparring? It's what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's not actually a few big things. It's just a few little things that's not helping you. Yeah. AJ sparring on the Wednesday, not helping. During the week, that's true. That is true. I think AJ had a concussion in the training camp before Ruiz. I feel like I feel his team decided to change his fighting style to protect him from brain damage. So I think AJ will be 240 pounds until he retires. That, I don't know about the second bit, but the first bit is true. He did get a concussion from a guy called Joey DeWeco. Joey DeWeco is a short, fat New Yorker who's good friends with Gerald Miller. Yes, he's good friends with Gerald Miller, and he's managed or he's got a good friendship relationship with that blonde lady who managed Gerald Miller, and she confirmed it as well. And she at that time had beef with Gerald Miller, and they decided to part ways. So that is technically true. Apparently, they did get concussion during training, and he did not. Some people say panic attack during the beginning before the fight happened, but that's another story. But again, before the fight, during the week, watching sparring on Wednesday. Why are you sparring on Wednesday, bro? Like, you're basically asking to get knocked out. Yeah. I also heard as well, guys. Yeah, and I'm gonna go mention this before we start doing any fight analysis, that AJ coming into this fight was injured on his right hand. I think it potentially might be his right elbow. I think he was around this area. He was injured. Okay, there was a picture that came out, a couple of days later, where he was like not a bandage, but like a sort of wrap around his arm that seemed like it was like a brace or something. So AJ weren't his right hand weren't 100%. And then we were going to this fight. It's going to be clear and evident what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Right, and also as well on those two occasions, AJ got concussion before the fight, and for the Ruiz fight, rumored whatever. Yeah, AJ rumored to have a shoulder or hand injury to his right hand, and you're fighting a self. You're not fighting. The thing is, if you fight a blue level stuff like that, I think you get away with shit like that. You kind of, yeah. If you look bad, but you kind of jab and move and you keep it for 12 rounds, I'm comfortable with that, right? But you're fighting a southpaw, big man, yeah. And one of the most effective punches for a southpaw, because the way they stand is like opposite, where their front hand is like here and their backhand is like there. So you're kind of like looking in the mirror. That's how they're fighting. So a lot of the time, if you throw the right hand, you know, it's a more effective punch than throwing the straight left or, you know, stuff like that. He shouldn't be fighting in the ring. Now, this is a problem that I'm having with AJ, where if you've got little niggles, don't go in the ring. Tyson Fury, you know, for all the stick we give to Frank Warren fighters, big man thing, if they got a niggle, they reschedule the date. And I think AJ, I don't know why he says he wants to pursue with the date, even though he's not fit. But you know what? Once you go through those ropes, I'm going to have to judge you accordingly. All the rounds, I didn't take into account all the rounds when I was scoring them based on your injury. Like, it didn't really matter. I didn't really care about that. Big man, I didn't really care about that. Yeah? Because you walked in through the ropes, so you have to bear the consequences. Now you lost your belt. Would you rather fight in bloody December time but have your belt, or lose your belt and now have to go back again in March and pick them up again? Like, what's the difference? So, cool. Rig walk, AJ, boom. It's AJ's defensive fighter now. Not anymore. I don't think anymore now. I think this is the last straw. This was the last straw. Really and truly, I really do think it's the last straw. AJ's walking to the ring. Cool. When you're walking, doing ring walks, right? There's certain things to play, and there's certain things not really to play. You want to be as effective in the song as you possibly can. Something that's going to push you, something that's going to motivate you, or something that's going to drive your internal brain to think that you're going to be there for violence. If you're looking for a scrap, that's what you should do. I don't think AJ was there to scrap, so I think everything around it was kind of catered towards it. But everything suggests he's walking, cool, dancing. Well, go on, what are you saying, bro? Big man, yo, it's been a hot minute, right? Yo, Misty, yo, what are you saying, babe? Come, what, right? Yo, what are you telling me? Yo, you don't know, bro. Big man, thing, all of that is not going to help you, bro. All of that, it demonstrates that you are not focused on the task at hand. Alexander Usyk came out with some mask, and based on the speaking to a couple of people and learning about it, that mask is in remembrance of a fight that Marvin Hagler had against, I forgot his name, bro. Whoever knows, let me know. Yeah, I'll give kudos for everyone who knows. Yeah, but that mask that Alexander Usyk wore to the ring is a remembrance of one of the fights that Marvin Hagler had. Okay. And I think probably he said to himself, like earlier in the year when Marvin Hagler said he passed away, he said, you know what, in the next fight, I'm going to wear not a hat, but a face mask in tribute to Marvin Hagler. Cool. Okay. Which is fair enough. Now, AJ's spotting people right after going into the ring. Usyk looking him dead in the eye. AJ looking at the floor. Yo, what you saying, bro? Yeah, where we eating after? Bro, okay, bro, say no more, bro. Say no more. Hey, let me know. Let me know what time you guys are gonna call. Say no more. Cool. Ding ding ding, ring bells. Yeah. All of a sudden, he's not focused. And I said in my preview, AJ needs to attack, specifically in the first couple of rounds. He needs to set his dominance and he needs to be ferocious. If he does that, potentially as well, if he gets a knockdown earlier on, Usyk will be out a bit more. And I think it's potential that he can knock him out within it at the 5th round, and it is plausible. Usyk starts up quite slowly, and also Usyk is a guy who downloads information. So if if you ain't gonna beat Usyk in the first couple of rounds, you're gonna have to wait 2 points. It's one of them ones, and I knew that. And I said, AJ, if you're not gonna go 2 points, you're gonna have to knock him out. I said it on my tweet, literally the day before. I said, look, I think AJ is gonna knock him out at round 5. If AJ doesn't knock him out by round 5, he's going to points. Okay, I think AJ will win on points because my mind, I was thinking AJ will come out ferocious, potentially get a knockdown, really hurt him on earlier on. Usyk will be chasing the game, blah 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 blah, and all of a sudden now AJ's won the fight on points. It is possible. The only look, guys, yeah, you lot, like, I'm gonna say it straight. AJ lost the fight within the first fight. If AJ won the first 3 rounds, he would have won this fight. You didn't realize that, right? AJ lost the fight in the first 3 rounds. Round 4 is very close. Like, you give it to AJ, give it to Usyk. Round 5 is a very similar scenario. But AJ lost the fight in the first 3 rounds. Everything else afterward is like, it's like a building block off the first 3 rounds. AJ didn't come off the block. AJ came up second best. Usyk came center of the ring. I'm going to go into the fight now. We're talking fight analysis, right? So I'm not happy with regard to the pre-fight nonsense. AJ, to be fair, and look, I think AJ, look, Level Sports said it best. AJ, please don't play Afrobeats your rematch. I'm not. Listen, when you're going into a ring book, right? I want to hear, like, I don't want to hear brother, F all of that, yeah? I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear yeah. I don't want to hear that. Yeah. This ain't a rave, bro. Big man thing. Yeah. If this was a rave, cool. We're happy with that, yeah. If that was a rave, we're doing that. I don't want to hear Tupac changes either. Yeah, you seen the man in the bills. I see no changes. Or nah, I don't want to see that, bro. Yeah, this ain't the civil rights movement. Yeah, big man thing. There's a time and a place for stuff. Yeah, and that ain't the type of it. I want to hear maximum crud, maximum. Listen, I want to run a man down, dip him early. Listen, splash him down. Yeah. Flipping, left him in the grip. Listen, I want to hear all of that smoke, bro. Yeah, I want to hear stuff. Yeah, that I don't want to hear on. Like, I'm a Grime fan. I'm not a Joe fan. Look, you man done for said it best. Gets, bro. Celebrity deathmatch. One shot, lick out your head back. Man try run up on me and get leg stabbed. Wheelchair for the net back. Everything jack back. Dunham does can't get that event back. Suck your mum, switch one of you said that. 48 laws of power has got man gas. Which one of you read that? Yeah, listen, I want to hear maximum crud. Yeah, I want to hear maximum good. I don't want to hear yeah. Listen, yo, we'll leave that to the after party. Listen, we've got to be focused at this moment of time. Yeah, yo, I want to hear grime. I want to hear drill. And I want to hear stuff like that. I don't want to hear all this effery stuff. Yeah, big man thing. AJ goes into the ring, round 1, boom. Okay, I read a couple of notes here. Yeah, hopefully I didn't miss anything. Cool, boom. We didn't miss anything. Yeah, round 1. AJ walks to the center of the ring. Yeah, check this one out. AJ walks to the center of the ring. For Usyk to throw one. Literally, AJ walks to the center of the ring. AJ do this. Usyk's like, bang! That's what Usyk, literally, he was like, what? That's what he done, bro. Like, AJ were like, well, all right, cool, long day, yeah? Usyk, oh my God, the hypnotic, yo, bro, Usyk, bro, with the judge, bro, yeah? I was about to say something major, but the judge that Usyk was on, you lot heard it in my preview, yeah? If you didn't listen to my preview, I'm going to repeat it, yeah? Cool. Usyk does this, yeah? He stands like this, chin on his chest, does this, sticks his hand out, and he does this little thing, yeah? Rotates his hand. Big man, this is voodoo doll shit, yeah? This is voodoo doll shit. If you see this, no, something's coming up behind, yeah? Now we're hypnotizing you. Cool, yeah? Usyk done that round one. Fine. Didn't even care. Straight down the middle. Welcome. Yo, I'm taking your belts from you, yeah? Literally, Usyk done this for first minute and 10 seconds. AJ did sat there watching. AJ didn't do anything. I was expecting AJ to kind of clock this. I said it. I'm not a boxing coach, but I said it. AJ should have dragged. AJ was like, AJ should, when this guy's doing this, minute one, AJ should have been like, bro, are you pull this hand down straight down the middle, bro? Are you stupid? What's all of this? But allow it, man. Yeah, none of this voodoo stuff here. Yeah, we're not listening to that. Okay, AJ fate literally. Oh my god! And this is the theme of the fight. AJ faints. AJ like this. Yeah, faints. Yeah, it doesn't throw. It just faints. It's just fainting for no reason. Yeah, just fainting. Yeah, just fainting. Yeah. You see, look at this guy like this brother's on speed. Smacks him up. Yeah, bang. Yeah, second round. Of course, Usyk won the first round. Second round, literally. Oh my god! Every twitch that Usyk done. Yeah, you know in school when someone did this. Yeah, you're supposed to go like this and not flinch. Brother, AJ was flinching. Everything. Like, bro, you lot see it, yeah? Everything that Usyk was throwing, AJ was flinching. Why was he? I have no idea. All around two, all you hear is brilliant, great footwork, brilliant, AJ. Literally, that's all you were hearing. Round two, yeah. I took notes of it. I analyzed this fight with a grain, like with a great tooth comb. I really did. Round three. This is where AJ's supposed to step up. Big up Jojo. Well, AJ done the last thing I expected and tried to box. Honestly, I honestly thought he'd put it on Usyk. What a great performance from Usyk. Absolutely brilliant. And then Umanov was like, AJ landed 0 power shots. Even Chisora landed a few. Throughout the fight. Third round, that's exactly the case. Third round, literally, AJ was getting caught with the backhand. And you know when I said, why are you fighting if you're not 100% fit? This is the reason why. AJ was like this. This is part of the reason why. Yeah, as to why I question AJ. Usyk, AJ was like this, yeah. Usyk was coming with a shot, with a left-handed shot, which is going through the right-handed, coming through AJ's right side, yeah. But AJ, his point of defense was parrying. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to parry. He wanted to light block. He didn't want to slip. He didn't really want to do mad stuff. He just light blocking, yeah. If your arm, let's say your shoulder and all of that shit is injured, how fast is it to bring it up like this? It's going to take a bit of time to do that, yeah? It's not going to be quick reflexes when you do that. So if you're not 100% fit on your right arm, you're going to be like this. You're going to be like, by that stage, you lift your arm up, Usyk already smacked you, yeah? That's the worst thing you could have done. Now you've ruined it for yourself, yeah? You've ruined it for yourself. AJ, first 3 rounds, didn't even get into momentum. When you don't get into momentum, you can't build off anything, yeah? Now, with a fighter like Usyk, now this is where it gets a bit techie. You can't do like certain moves against him because he's very clever. You have to throw single shots. And I know this might sound crazy, but you might just have to just let your hands go. You might literally, you don't even need to think. Some people do you double jab, you're setting up the right hand, yeah, usually, or 1, 2, left hook, right hand, simple. All those simple combinations, throw them out the picture. That's all irrelevant when it comes to Usyk. When it comes to Usyk, forget all setting this up. Bang him to the body. Literally, you got to hit him to the body to slow him down to an extent. I knew you ain't going to slow this guy down all the way to the T. but you needed to slow him down to a good extent. Yeah. Or you slow him down, all he's going to do is use his head. But when he uses his head and you punch him a couple of times, and let's say you set up a 3-punch combination and you finish up with the uppercut, it's doable because his head won't be moving like this. Your head get hit to the body. Your head's not gonna do this still. It's going to freeze. So if AJ put in a combination punches, he could have at least got somewhat of a knockdown in round 4 or round 5. Didn't even bother. Didn't even bother. Oh my god, round 4. Usyk hits AJ with a 3-point combination. Literally, like I think it's left, right, left. That's what Usyk done. AJ didn't react to it after. He just stood there, watched it happen. One time Usyk did this, yeah. No, Usyk did this. When you're standing like this, yeah, like a Mike Tyson defensive stance, there's only two ways, yeah, that you could go through this shot. Number one, 3 attacks. To the body, yeah, you go to the body like this, yeah. You go around the windows, yeah, and give a good hook. Or you go to the uppercut. You go through it, you go underneath it, you go uppercut. You know what AJ did? AJ stood there doing this, yeah. And I literally paused it, put it slower, watched it. This is what AJ did. He says like this. AJ's like this. That's it. And then Usyk went like this, went back into normal stance and chilled. You know when you get little chances in those sort of scenarios, you got to make the most of it. You can't all of a sudden decide that, yeah, I'm not going to take my chance. You've got to take your chances literally at all cases. You've got to take your chances. Okay, so I gave the first 2 rounds to Usyk. Round 4 I gave it to AJ, and 5 I gave it to AJ, which was very close 4 and 5. But I'm not giving it to AJ because he done anything great. I'm just giving it to AJ because Usyk barely threw a power punch, and AJ just carried on what he was doing in the first 3-4 rounds, which weren't really working. But he just won by default. So, but this is what I'm saying. AJ had a bit of momentum. He rolled 4 and 6, had a good momentum. He's going up, good momentum, but didn't make the worst of it. Barely threw a power punch. Let Usyk come back in. Round 7, Usyk. AJ wanted to do his little flow thing. Usyk stopped it. So I gave round 7 to Usyk. Round 8, AJ, do you know what? I'm going to give AJ a bit of credit. In this whole fight, defensively, he was very good. Very good defensively because he was matching himself against Usyk. But I'd rather sabotage a little bit of that defensive work with a little bit more of offensive work. You know, it's all well and good sitting down and, like in football, putting 2 banks of 4 and just blocking out the goalkeeper. But that's not really going to help you in your attack, is it? It's not really going to help in your attack. Round 8, I gave it to Usyk. Against Joshua. But Joshua barely did a thing. Big man thing. Yeah. When Joshua threw power punches, no follow-up. You know what I'm fine with no follow-up punches? If it means you're going to come up with a lot more of those right-handed shots. If AJ every couple of seconds goes like power shots, like just single power shots, but they're all going through, I'm happy with that. Because you can't anticipate for one shot. If it's 2-3, let's say Usyk is always accustomed to a 2-3 point combination punch, and AJ just hits the body, like that body shot might go through, but the hook won't go through, and the follow-up right hand won't go through. So there is logic to it. But when you're in position where you could throw great shots, you got to make the most of it. You got to do it very rapidly. So Usyk's going to body you. Round 9, I gave it to AJ because AJ won by 20-second burst of jabs. Literally, bro. AJ was just touching him. But it was like little 15 to 20-second bursts every minute or minute and a half or so. You just do little parts. Usyk done about 2 or 3 power punches, but it's like very debatable. Round round 9 is very debatable. Like that one, it depends on what you want. You know, done for it's 100% right. 4, 5, and 6 were good for where he was controlling the fight, but you didn't make the most of it. It's all well and good. You're not making the most of it. Like, it's not going to help you. He didn't make the most of it. Usyk comes back, regains his energy, comes back, and lays it on him. I ain't gonna lie. It's the first 3 rounds that messed up for AJ. Because the way I scored it, had AJ won the first 3 rounds, and you know what? If he had punched Usyk and had dented him in the first 3 rounds, all of this 9 to 12 business won't really happen. It would maybe happen, but AJ can still win a couple of those rounds and sneak it through. It's the first 3 rounds that really hurt for AJ. You know, then said, no, sorry, I think I read that on Bucci, Eze, McCracken needs to go. And Joe Clayton's style is good, but he needs to be more offensive. That's what cost Ben Whittaker the gold medal. A lot of defensive and poor offense. When it comes to Olympics, you've got to be offensive. Otherwise, it's a 2 minute round? Was it 2 or 3 minutes for like 3 rounds or something? You got to go for it, man. It's one of them you just got to go hell for leather. It's one of them scenarios. Round 9. All of this time, AJ scored a tip. I even took notes. AJ scored a tip. Be lighter on your feet, man. Double jab, left hook. That ain't gonna help you, big man. Ain't gonna help you, man. They should have said you're losing. Batter him. All of this. Yeah, good footwork. You know, tie him up. You know, that good. Start good. Have let your hands go with the jab. You know, start with a good jab. That ain't gonna help you win the fight. Round 10, AJ's cut. You know, once it goes to 10 to 12, AJ's cut. His right hand's gone. His right eye's gone. Right at the fight off. That's it. Literally, AJ to the cut. But the cut was like this. It's like, get out of here, man. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. You know. And this is why I have to question AJ and how he sees his team. Does he see? When did AJ go? AJ got the cut in round 8, but he won round 8. He won round 8, but got the cut in round 8. And round 9, he was gone. But it got worse in round 9, and then it got even worse around 10, and then it was gone. It was after that. That's all she wrote, man. I scored it overall 115 to 130. Looking back at it, but to be fair, round 4, 5. And 9 were very close. So if you swing 2 of them the other way, that's about what, 117, 111, or 116, 112. I'm comfortable with both of those scores, to be fair. Like, I can't be mad at you if you've done that. A couple of AJ just tagged him, so I was like, you know what? I have to score those little, slapping shots. After the fight, AJ's like gone. Okay, now this is what I wanted to talk about, fam. Yeah, just a little bit afterwards. Bruv, let me know what you lot are on, yeah? Also, well, you think Usyk was crying a lot, like, afterwards, and, it looked good. But, like, if you were Ukrainian, yeah, you're like, oh, yeah, wow. I was pissed. Bruv, as well as that, yeah, when I hit the, when the announcement got made, literally all I hear was bare cheers behind me. Brother, all of these people that were cheering behind me, I think they might be a few. They weren't Ukrainian. I'll tell you that for free. They were not Ukrainian. Yeah, if anyone tells you they're Ukrainian, they're talking nonsense, right? Absolute nonsense. They were not Ukrainian. Also, as well, guys, like the video and click the subscribe button because we're about to blow up this content and stuff, yeah? Boom. Audience like McCracken needs to go. Now, this is where I was a bit 50-50 on. Because really and truly, AJ didn't really listen to McCracken during the whole fight. Apart from in the corner when they said hit to the body, he hit to the body. When it was like in between one run, I think it was round 5, they said hit to the body, hit to the body. So the game plan was not good. Whose game plan was it? Because for like if AJ comes to me and he says, "Yo, like, I'm trying to outbox Usyk, man," I said, "Bro, you're not outboxing Usyk." If he says, "Yeah, but I'm outboxing Usyk," like, and yo, they have to come up with the game plan. I said, "Brother, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna be here with your game plan. He ain't happening. So if you want me here, you're gonna have to go through my training regimes, or it's not happening at all. Straight up. That's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works. McCracken in, but what, bringing an offensive coach? I disagree. I disagree wholeheartedly. The reason why I disagree is because I see both sides of the story. Alex Ferguson in general is an attacking manager, but he had good defenses overall. You know, he was calm. But every other year he would change his his assistant managers. He would change them regularly, and they would all bring something new to the table. He would have did the training sessions. They would do the training sessions, and then he would do all of the day-to-day stuff. And if he didn't like what we were seeing in training and they weren't listening to the guy, he would just get rid of them and recycle the next man. If they're going to do that with the Kraken, I'm comfortable with that. But all of these other guys that were shouting brilliant when he was losing the fight, it's not helpful. I know some of them might be managers and stuff like that, so it's a bit technical. But it might just have to be a case where when he's fighting, I know you man are good, you man love him, care about him, etc. But you man got to be sitting a bit further away, a little bit further away. And just me and McCracken, I'm going to tell you what AJ needs to do in the second fight. Okay. Is McCracken, does it? Yes, I think he needs to. The reason why, because I think he needs to freshen up his ideas, freshen up in general. If he's watching videos and McCracken's letting him in before the fight, and this is another thing, he's tried to cram too much information in his head. When you cram up too much information in your head, it doesn't leave any room for creativity. When studies show when it comes to young people and they go through a schooling system, their ability to be super creative goes down. Often the smartest kids in the school that consume the most information are the least creative, because they filled up their head with so much information that they don't have any creativity of their own. They don't have any critical thinking of their own. So if AJ is piling his head with loads of boxing videos or whatever it is, even before the fight, when you go into the ring and Usyk is doing something different to what you expect of him, you're not going to make solutions. You're not going to turn around and say, okay, right hand's not working, cool, no problem. Uppercut, left hook. Like, you're not going to do all of those solutions because you filled up your head in a certain way that it doesn't leave any room for creative thinking. So does McCracken need to go? Look, potentially, yeah, because a new face would be good. Somebody who could teach him. Look, McCracken took him from a gold medalist. To be fair, even before gold medalist, McCracken and him won the gold medal in the Olympics. Controversial, but they won it nonetheless. Then all of a sudden, they go from Olympics and amateurs all the way to becoming unified heavyweight champion of the world, and losing to one of the best technical fighters in his division, and also one of the best cruiserweights of all time. A very technical boxer with over 350 amateur bouts. All of that is definitely not helpful. So does he need to get rid of McCracken? Yeah. But not because McCracken is not good enough, because he needs a new identity. And the new identity is back to crud mode. And there might be better people out there to teach him that crud mode with his foundation that he has and sharpening up at a couple of little things. I think he could do it, man. For me, I'll get a new man. I could get a new coach. Roy Jones, 50-50. I'm 50-50 with Roy Jones. I need to see Roy Jones coach a few more people before I get an opinion of him. He's coaching Chris Eubank Jr., so I need to watch Chris Eubank Jr. a little bit more. When he does, if Chris Eubank Jr. does a hell of a good job, I'm all for that. But right now, I ain't for that. Maybe Mark Tibbs. Mark Tibbs done an amazing job with Dillian, especially on the defense, on an offensive work. Make sure like clean them offensively. I'm all for Mark Tibbs. So for me, McCracken in and McCracken out. Probably McCracken out. Probably McCracken out. I don't know. That's what I'm on. Yeah. Right now you need a change, and I see no changes. Yeah. Also, I would get rid of all of the backroom guys. Maybe like anyone associated with the coaching team. It's time to go now. Yeah. Shout out Claude. Level Sports. How can AJ win against Usyk in the rematch? Great question. We'll go into that right now. This one might be directed to AJ. Yeah. Okay. AJ. Right? Or whoever's watching actually in my camp. AJ, you flopped in this fight. Point blank period, you flopped. First and foremost, you went to the ring listening to Afro beats. How you could improve in a rematch is you need to listen to listen, I want to hear drill. I want to hear run a man down, dip man down. I'm on the up block. I'm about to go with the lifers. I want to hear maximum crud in the rematch. I don't want to hear yeah. I don't want to hear that, bro. Yeah, this ain't a ring. This is violent time. Yeah, you need to be in the mojo. Yeah, you need to be on the peripheral that you're going to smack up this guy with high level of violence. Simple. Yeah. When you're in the ring, you need to assert your dominance and win the first 3 rounds. It don't matter what you do afterwards. You got to win round 1. You got to win round 2. You got to win round 3. And you got to dent him. That should be your initial aim. I don't want to see all of this. Yeah. Big man think, yeah. At Rod type, he was rattling like a vibrator. Yeah. Don't want to hear that. Yeah. I want to see you just F it. Bang. Yeah. AJ, you need to use your right hand. I know it was hurting in your previous fight and it might not have been 100%. If it's not 100%, don't fight. Don't even bother. You're going to lose. Yeah. I want to see literally right hand single shots. Like I'm talking single power shots. When you're throwing the jab, I don't want to hit this jab. Yeah. I want to see bang, bang. Yeah. That's the jab that I want to see. When I see the right hand, I don't want to see. I want to see bang, bang, right hand. Okay. So, also earlier in the fight, I want to see body shots. Body shots are key to slowing this Ukrainian down slightly. Now, this guy runs out. Imagine these guys are a car. This guy is 100 miles per hour. You need to get him down to 30 before you start thinking about, it like stopping the car and intercepting the vehicle. The guy is 100 miles per hour. You need to stop him with the body. You need to. The body is not. It's a stagnant thing. When he gets into close range, he's now entering your house. He's not like this ain't no park. He's entering your yard. When I mean he's entering your yard, you need to treat him as a person who just broke into your house. Right now, he is a thief. Right now, he's nicked your belt in front of you in your home back garden, whilst you, in the beginning, were listening to Afro beats. Bro, do you know how mad that sounds? Literally, this Ukrainian came in with a ballion, yeah, with a full guarded ballion, yeah. Meanwhile, you were listening to Afro beats, and in the end of the day, he robbed your belt. You know how mad that sounds, guys. Fully deep it, yeah. While AJ was listening to Afro beats, Usyk was thinking about ways that I'm gonna slump this guy, and he did, and took your belts, bro. So you have got to come back in the rematch, yeah, on some revenge thing, and literally looking to smack this guy to next planet, yeah. I don't want to see no mucking around, yeah. If you lose, make sure that Usyk beats the best AJ, because that last performance, that is the worst Anthony Joshua performance I've seen in a while. Look, I'm Team AJ. I want what's best. Right now, I'm gonna be straight up honest. That last performance was not good enough. I expect better. I really hope better. I want better. What AJ should do in the rematch? Potentially look for a new trainer, somebody who's going to, you know, make you think on your toes. Also, seek proper mentorship. I know you were listening to Vladimir Klitschko, but big man thing, Vladimir Klitschko, yeah, and Vitaly Klitschko, yeah, are Ukrainian dons. Yeah, Vitaly Klitschko is the mayor of Kiev. He ain't going to give you a blueprint on how to beat the one of the very few um, heavyweight champions of the world in Alexander Usyk. Why would he do that? So you need a mentor. My advice: literally, Spencer Fearon, hit him up. Crazy thought, just me. Call up Uncle Tunde Ajayi, because, bruv, he needs ferociousness, yeah? All of this skill, AJ's already got it, yeah? So if you guys thinking he's not got that level of, he might not have that expertise, fair enough. But he's going to tell you, bruv, lines in the cap. He's going to instill belief that you're gonna have to smack this guy up. I'm not hearing it anymore. You've got to go out and win. If you have to go to his backyard, so be it, bro. Get your ass off to go to Ukraine. I want to see AJ up in the mountaintops. I want to see AJ up in the mountaintops of some next country, yeah. I want to see him flipping China, wherever it is, yeah. That put it this way: if a local native sees you, they've got to be, wow, like, I've never seen a black guy in my life. They've got to come with that level of approach, yeah, where there's got no Wi-Fi, where there's no internet. You've got one pair of clothes on that you have to clean out yourself every single day, old school style. You've got one bag over there that they have to ship in new bags every single day or every single week because you've been breaking the old bags. That's the level of energy that I want. I want them to put you into a cage where you've not seen your family for what, 5, 6, 7 months, yeah, and all you'd be thinking about. I need a picture of the water Alexander Usyk, yeah, and if you have to put an animation, put like a balaclava or a thief animation, and your belt's right there, because big man, he just robbed you clean in your backyard, yeah. And you know what's mad? You let him through the front door. You let him through the front door. He robbed you, and now you're pissed. How mad is that, guys? You met, bro. Let's not get into it, yeah. AJ, sort your life out. That's where you're on, yeah. If it's Saudi Arabia, well, I missed quite a few of you guys. Apologies, yeah. Okay, AJ needs to feel the underdog hunger. So if he fights in Kiev, AJ wins. AJ's got to fight in an obscure country. I don't want to see AJ fighting in the UK. I'd love to go, but AJ's got to be fighting where he's got to worry about his safety on the way to the fight. That's, if that's what's going on, I want AJ to go to that kind of place. Richie, shout out Richie. Also, guys, click the like button, click the subscribe as well. What was AJ's jab? It was awful. Like you said, solid jab, and when it comes in, powerful right. Powerful right quickly. If Usyk runs away, that's fine. Throw one right and finish. Anthony Joshua needs to train in Afghanistan. That's exactly what he needs to do, bro. Yeah, up in the mountain tops. Yeah, all I'm saying, yeah, I'm against these man. Yeah, you know these whatever these man. Yeah, I'm against what they do. Yeah, what they do, absolute effery. Yeah, but AJ needs to be in a secluded area, like amongst craziness, and he needs to train like old school Mr. Miyagi. He needs to go up in the Shaolin Temple, yeah. He needs to learn his craft. He needs to be amongst the blood of 1,000 men, yeah. He needs to apply that level of energy, bro. I don't want to see when AJ comes back, yeah. AJ's got to come back, yeah. Speak the new language, bro, yeah. Learning some ancient Chinese text, bro, yeah. That's what he needs to be on. If I see AJ come back, yeah, yo, guys, what I think you're saying, bro, yeah, bro. I'm gonna start being very anxious and concerned whether he's gonna lose that fight. Boom. If it was Saudi Arabia, AJ would get treated like a champ, so he won't be hungry. Literally, so true. Fight in Romania if you have to. Fight in Romania. Fight in Ukraine. Fight in some of these countries. Yeah? Not Nigeria. Not in Nigeria. Not in Africa. Not in America. America, they don't like you, bro. They'll put stuff in your water. Dog America, yeah. South America. Do you know what? That could work. South America could work. They like AJ out there. Calm. I don't like Arab countries. Don't bother, bro. Big man thing. Yeah. I read that Usyk was like a bailiff coming to your place and taking your belts. Usyk took your belts, bro. You let him through, bro. You know how easy it was for Usyk to do that? You just set him up, bro. You know half the shots that went through. You know a lot of that was from the right hand side, but AJ wasn't blocking. Number one, and a lot of it was through AJ's poor offensive performances. One time Usyk done this, right? Check this one out. And not Usyk, AJ done this, yeah. AJ, Usyk came forward. Usyk was like there. AJ went like this, tried to jab, but it was a weak jab. It was a bad jab. It was like, do you know what? Do you know what Usyk done? Usyk went like this, boom, straight down the middle. AJ's head rocked back. But can I tell you something? If AJ hit him with a proper jab, a proper hook, followed it up with the uppercut like this, AJ did this, bang, bang, yeah, or bang. And if you think he's going left or right, bang, straight right, he would have come with that counter punch. And this is why when I was watching that fight, it weren't really a lot what Usyk was doing. It was a lot what AJ was setting up with Usyk. AJ was Usyk's jab. Usyk didn't really need a jab. AJ was like, I'll be a jab for you. Where do you want to hit me? All right, cool. You want to hit me there? Every time AJ hit him to the stomach, AJ was like, bro, like, sorry, did I hurt you, bro? Sorry, bro, like, you know, it's mad, bro. I didn't mean that, bro. How can I make this up for you? With that level of energy. I'm sorry, guys, like, it's annoying, bro, but it is what it is, man. AJ got to step up in the rematch. I'll give my prediction. Actually, I won't predict the fight, bro. The smoke that I got, bro. You man have done for it. You probably know this, yeah. After the announcement, AJ lost, yeah. A couple of Fury fans behind me, cheering. You're effing shit. You're effing shit. Literally, I was hearing that, yeah. Bearing in mind, he still bought tickets, expensive tickets to an AJ fight, just to chant that kind of nonsense. Cool. Go downstairs, right there. Wanted to see if Kafin and Amanda were there with Ade, and you know, guys are undefeated. I think they might have left, or they were in they were in this bloody, they were in the box here, bloody with what was all those celebrities, bro. You know, like what's it called? Bloody Piers Morgan and Justin Bieber. Them lot go. They were up there, yeah. They were go clear. I was like, all right, they're not here. Ade's not here, cool. Because the zone thing was there. Turned around, spoke to a couple of security guards, bro. All of them Fury fans, bro. Bruv, AJ's gonna lose Fury, bruv. Fury will knock him out. Fury, like, AJ's a bodybuilder. Brother, I was getting it. Check my phone. All the Discord server. Oh, TC, what the heck? Oh, TC, you're a curse. Prediction. You're banned from life. Bruv, I was getting cooked, bro. I was getting it from all angles. In the stadium, roller. I was on home on the way on the train, yeah. Listening to, I was sitting there, and I was like, bro, it's mad, yeah. And all I hear from the side of me, yeah, man. Why would Fury fight him, man? This guy is rubbish, man. Fury will beat this guy with ease, brother. I was sitting there like, bruv, it's man. I don't want to choose violence today, yeah. But right now, I'm very close to. I am very close to. I swear. I was going to let my hands. I was going to do what AJ should have done. I was going to let my hands go in a train full of guys who was just literally Usyk, not Usyk, bloody Fury, bro. Yeah, AJ hurt Usyk a few times and just stood there looking at him. What the f? He didn't want to hurt him. he looked at him. I was like, "Sorry, did I hurt you, bro? Apologies, bro. Apologies. Like, it was an accident, man. It was coming to that energy. It didn't come to hurt him. Should have hurt him. Really could have followed up with a couple of those shots. It just chose not to. Really. When there was literally those kind of stuff, I was a bit like, yeah. I'm a bit mad at, to be fair. Well, the ones that get me even more mad was the ones that he didn't even throw, where Usyk was just standing there. One time, Usyk's in a corner. You know, a corner, yeah? It's like this. There's not really much places to go, and you're the bigger guy. If you let your hands go in the corner, it's very, like, chances are you are going to land, and you can knock Usyk out within those couple of seconds in that little corner. He just sat there, done this. Sorry, you want to go? All right, cool. I'll let you go out the corner. Sorry, but I'm sorry if I'm in your way. I'm sorry, man. Like, it's very difficult to pick up Usyk when AJ does stupid stuff like that. You know, but I really want AJ to win, man. And I had a lot of AJ fans in literally that day. You lot seen it, yeah? They were more happy with my prediction going wrong than AJ losing. Yeah, how mad that is. There was a lot of fake AJ fans that night. Oh my god, bro. It was back at them. But yeah, overall bad performance. Undercard, Cowboy Hatton still remain is my comment is cut him a bit of slack. Cut him a bit of slack. But at the same time, AJ and Eddie Hearn, because AJ manages him, they need to protect him. And I don't think right now he's in a position where he should be fighting on these sort of cards. He needs to build up his skill, not his profile. Okoli's opponent, I'm not gonna lie. You lot might think I'm going crazy, but Okoli's opponent, in my opinion, was paid off during that fight to take a dive in a certain round. Second round, he dropped to the floor like without even getting a punch. Yeah, how mad that sounds. Third round, he dropped to the floor. So I think he potentially could have been paid off, but nonetheless, good performance from Okoli. Markov, yeah. Good, bruv. The Albanian massive, yeah. Crazy, bro. They were mad. Yo, you know the Albanians, bro? They were on next level. Yo, you mean another point? I was at the Klitschko fight, and a lot of people bought tickets for AJ to lose. Facts. It's sad, bro. It's a sad world we live in. But we move. AJ lost, so it is what it is. Now we go on to now we're going to Wilder versus Fury. We'll talk a little bit more than next week. I actually got a bit overtime, but it is what it is, man. It was very heated and it was very heated. But yeah, just general undercard. Oh, at 80 fans don't buy tickets like that. White fans buy tickets even if they hate AJ. idiots. Yeah, I don't know why these people. It's mad. Yeah, it's so mad, bro. Like, if I support Chelsea, I'll go to a Chelsea game to watch Chelsea win. I wouldn't go to a Tottenham game, buy tickets, pay my money to go to a Tottenham game, and hope that Tottenham lose. That's a weird logic. It's a very weird logic. But nonetheless, that's how people are. We'll leave everything till next week, man. I think we talked about everything. And Campbell Hatton, it was a robbery, but get him off the show. Like, he's a good kid, good attitude, but I really do think he needs a lot of more learning fights, and there's probably a lot better people to be on the cards than he is. It's a bit unfair though. That's why I think it might not be the right place. I will for him being on the cards, but not if it means that it's to the detriment of another fighter who's a lot more experienced and needs the profile push at the moment. I find it a bit unfair. So maybe he needs to go on smaller shows, learn his craft and take it, stuff like that. But overall, he's still 19 years old, so he could listen, guys. In 12 years, 15 years time, he could be world champion. Really could. It's possible. So I won't be too near on him. He's a nice kid. He's a very nice kid. And then what I'm missing a fight. Callum Smith. What a knockout. What a knockout. Literally, bruv. I blinked, or I think I looked away for half a second. I should have gone for rattling. They cut the cameras off, but I was still watching it on the floor. I was like, bro. It was mad. Yeah, they took him out like, you guys didn't see on your screen, yeah? They took him out like 5-10 minutes later. It was crazy. I think they might have been doing CPR. I could be wrong, but there was some like they cut like it was mad. It was a mad knockout. And what does that mean for Callum Smith? Is Callum Smith now the best light heavyweight in the UK? He's up there. Is he the best light heavyweight in the UK? That is a great question that I did not know the answer to. We'll wait and see. But overall, good card, good fight. Hopefully next week will be good. Next week is Wednesday, punch up preview. This week we're supposed to do a Wednesday, but I've got a bit of a cold, so as of right now, you can hear me. I'm not 100%, but a bit better than yesterday. Yesterday I was just coughing the hell out. But then nonetheless, good. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please, guys, like the subscribe button subscribe and hit the like button. Yeah. Thank you very much for showing me a lot of support over the last couple of weeks, guys. And I really hope it gets better, man. I really do. Otherwise, it's going to be a rough ride. But big up to everyone as well. If you're new, if you click the subscribe button, if you're just tuning in at the moment, you might want to head back and watch the whole thing because I'm about to lock off. But big up everyone as well. Peace, love, and prosperity. Shout out you, man. Peace, love, and prosperity, guys. I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit. Peace.